Hey, let's do some Luigi's Mansion 3. Cause okay. Okay, okay. 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 Okay, let's do this. Cause why not, you know? It's October. Felt like it. Short enough game that I could probably do it in 2 streams. Man, that's weird to think that this game is about as long as Super Mario Sunshine if you only go for the mandatory stuff in Sunshine. Is it just me or is this loud? Short Toad. Can't even see over the steering wheel. I did remember to update the information, right? Did I remember to do that? You know, you could be helping Wario. Luigi could be too, but at least he's taking his own bag.
Come on. Oh. Wow. Zowie.
Oh hey, Wonder wasn't the first game to have them say that. Isn't that funny? I did find that a little distracting how every time you picked up the elephant power-up, they had to say Wowie Zowie. It's like, okay, I get it. You want Mario to have a new catchphrase, but like, don't say it every time you pick up the power-up.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I saw you up there. The freaking Chambrea. Wasn't even trying to hide. I was gonna say, did Polterpup just go through me? Yes. Because he's a ghost. He should be able to do that. Ding. I'm just gonna skip this. Ready to check in? Yes.
Thank you.
I have played through this game plenty enough times to not care about the dialogue. Hello, Helen. She like slid down the stairs, but still bounced as if she was walking. Like her freaking hair bobbing up and down. But she wasn't stepping, she was gliding.
Let's go. Hey. Whoops.
Oh.
Isn't that weird that freaking Princess Peach is a guest here and she stays on the regular freaking floor? She's not invited to stay on any of the themed rooms or anything. Just the regular freaking floor 5.
Bye-bye. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Night-night.
Night-night.
I'm sure a lot of people point this out, but it was broad daylight out. Why are they saying goodnight? Look, the sun's glaring in from the window. It's like 2 o'clock right now. Who's going to bed? Time to rest.
Yeah. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Good job, Luigi. You'll get through that book in no time. You know, if this were a Mario game and not a Luigi game, this would be the part where you play as Mario when you do all kinds of cool stuff, and then Luigi shows up late and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I fell asleep."
Hello?
And it's supposed to be all funny and stuff. But no, we're Luigi. So we wake up. We continue playing when Luigi wakes up. And then we have to... and then Mario has to apologize to us for getting turned into a painting. Again. I just won't question the logic of, you know... Oh, how come in other Mario games, Mario could easily outrun a bunch of boos, but in Luigi's Mansion, he's always getting turned into a painting. Go away, spider. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's a plot. It needs to happen. Sometimes you gotta have stuff like that to do. Like, I bet there's a lot of movies out there that would be a little... Like, they wouldn't be able to happen if some simple, like, oh, if they just did this. I think that was actually a Reddit thread I read once about, it's like, what do people think are plot holes that aren't actually plot holes? Where, I think one of them was like, oh, why didn't they just take the eagles in the Lord of the Rings all the way to the mountain? It's like something about how, like, the eagles aren't just taxis. They don't just fly you around. I don't remember where I'm supposed to be heading. Aren't you just supposed to go to the end of the... Oh, there we go. The cutscene is activating now. I don't know. Kind of annoys me how nitpicky people can be about stuff like that sometimes. Like, I don't know. While I was watching through Invincible, I realized like I was kind of doing that as well in a bit, and it's kind of not in a plot sense, but in kind of like a superpowers sense. Like, oh, how come the enemies keep breaking through Adam Eve's barriers? So they must be pretty lame barriers. And then I realized, like, wait, why should I care? Why should I care how much force it takes to break through Adam Eve's barriers? If the plot wants them to break, they can break. It makes for fun action. Who cares? You don't need to always be explaining every single little thing. Isn't that why people hated the prequels for Star Wars? Is because they explained the Force too much? People hate midichlorians. Like, oh, well, there's your explanation for how the Force works. How come you're not happy?
Oh, no.
Though I do understand the complaint of, like, you need to have consistent logic with that kind of stuff. So I don't know, if you're gonna have your barriers break, maybe there should be an established rule for how much force needs to I was gonna say be made. How much force needs to hit them with to break. How much force you need to hit them with to break. There's the grammatically correct way of saying what I was trying to say. Took me like 4 attempts. And I will say, at least for Invincible specifically, I like that, like, when Omni-Man is teaching Mark how to use his powers, he specifically is like, well, when you're punching, you don't just punch with your arm, you punch with your whole body. So since you can fly, you can just fly in, you can use your flight into your punches, and it makes them even better. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good logic. That's what you would do if you could do that. Which reminds me of, like, I don't know if this is an actual thing, but I remember hearing that there's this thing called, like, a Superman punch, where you jump at whoever you're gonna punch and you come down at them. It's like, I don't know if that's a real thing. I don't think I've ever actually heard anyone refer to it as that. I don't know where I got that from. But, yeah, that's the logic behind that, I guess, is because Superman does fly into his punches. I got scared stiff by towels. They put too much starch in towels. I was scared stiff by the washer or dryer. I don't know. It's actually kind of hard to tell. I guess that would be a dryer because the washers would be, yeah, those are the washers. They're top loaded. I don't know why the. Why are they different? Why do you want your washer to be top-loaded, but your dryer to be front-loaded? Personally, I would prefer they match. Mouse. I get scared stiff by the mouse. You know, playing this after finally playing through all of Grabbed by the Ghoulies, because I don't think I've played this since I did that. Luigi's Mansion is so much better about the in-game jump scares. Or, that is to say, the character you play as being jump scared, and not you, the player. Late game in Grabbed by the Ghoulies was so ridiculous with that. Like, every, 10 steps, you were getting scared stiff. And you had to go through the getting scared animation before you could regain control. Okay, I'm gonna do the tutorial dog. Be a little faster, please. I already know how to play. Can you just let me go? Comfortable with what I learned? Yes. It's not like I get to change it. Though I do remember about this game's control scheme is that you can use A for the strobe or the shoulder button. And the shoulder button is the better button to use because it allows you to turn, because you have your thumb free for the thumbstick. I was kind of missing having a run button from, like, you know, of course Mario Wonder has a run button, but then I've also been playing Tears of the Kingdom again, and that has a run button. Let me get this cash tree. I thought they said money doesn't grow on trees. Apparently it grows on ferns. Which I guess they're not technically trees, so it's still correct. What are you confused by? didn't know Luigi gets confused by the vending machines also spitting out coins. I thought you're used to random objects giving you money for no reason. It's just kind of a law in the Mario universe. You punch a brick block and then you get coins sometimes. The dust. They got an X over Luigi's face like they're sure they got him. He totally didn't get away in the laundry chute. You know, this came out in 2019. There is a very real possibility that next year we'll get a new Luigi's Mansion. And I don't mean the Luigi's Mansion 2 port, I mean a new game. That sure would be cool. Come on. There's a bit of slowdown there. I don't know what that was about. Doesn't normally control like that. And this game runs pretty well. I don't think there's ever been any lag that I can remember. None that I can remember. Oh, you're over there. Got you both. I'm so good at this game. That's why I replay this. Well, I guess I can't say more than the original. Because, you know, just by nature... Oh yeah, I gotta get the key. Just by nature of the original having been out longer, I've probably replayed that more. But I find this one way more fun to replay is because the combat, like, feels so much more like you're in control. Because you can do stuff like that. You can stun them and then pull them around and then catch multiple at once. And then slam the absolute heck out of them. Pardon my language. I can't skip this. Oh wait, I don't have the thing. I gotta come over here now. Could I have done this before Polterpup wanted me to? Excuse me. Throat, stop gurgling. Oh, I need the key. Which is in here.
Hello.
Which is cool that they make you come to here, and then you see the coats, you see the outfits, you see the masks, and then you realize that you already knew what was going on, because it was obvious even when they had that stuff on and were pretending to be real people. You knew that they weren't real people. You knew what this game was about. You knew there weren't going to be human staff members at this hotel. That would be interesting, though. A new Luigi's Mansion where you meet new human characters. Oh, right, I don't have the... Still don't have the stove. Or the... I was gonna say green light. The black light. It's not a traffic light. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit you. Hit you. Hit you both. Drain them a little bit. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Slam him. Oh, maybe I did need to do that. Okay. I don't know if that final slam would have killed them if I had not done that. Although I don't remember if you actually can quote unquote drain them like I said, where you keep a hold of them and then slam them. Might be beneficial to slam them right away. Like, get out of the way, Polterpup. You didn't have to get strobed.
Aha! Aha! Ho ho! Yeah! Let's do it!
I kind of lost that train of thought. I think it would be cool to meet, like, new original characters in a new Luigi's Mansion game that are humans. Or at least helpful ghosts.
Oh, yeah!
Or maybe some other kind of monster. Maybe Luigi's Mansion 4 has helpful vampires that want to help you get rid of the booze. Or they could do the total opposite. Booze that want to help you get rid of vampires. Whoa. No one's ever thought of that before. Get over here, Bargold. Get out of the way, stuff that's in the way. Are those other paintings that I can... Oh, not strobe. So I'm doing kind of the same thing I was saying about using the shoulder buttons, except you have 3 abilities that need the shoulder buttons. And you only have 2 shoulder buttons to use them with, because the other 2 were suck and blow. So what you have to do for the black light is you have to press both shoulder buttons simultaneously. But it's not always easy to do it. Oh, piggy bank. And I wonder what they're gonna do to top Luigi's Mansion 3, because they... I don't know, it feels like they gotta do something really exciting. Maybe more on, like, more specifically on a technical level than, like, a gameplay level. Because it is really awesome and fun that in this game you get to destroy everything. I mean, not really everything, but, you know, a lot. Oh, man, mice got away. It's like, I wonder if they're just gonna lean harder into being able to destroy stuff, or if they're gonna... It's like, oh, look, you can destroy stuff. And then play with the rubble. You know, I would bet they probably just do the same destruction physics. Destruction slash being able to inhale everything. Like this game. Yes, Luigi, lemon bar. I don't even think that the last thing was even a phrase. I think he was just laughing. I guess that's the kind of laugh that you would type out as ho ho ho.
Mario.
Yes, you are Oyama. I think that was another laugh, even though he looks dejected. It would be kind of interesting if it turns out that EGAD's speak is like Japanese, but spoken backwards or something. Not just gibberish. I don't know. Not everyone needs to be Midna from Twilight Princess, where it turns out her supposed gibberish is actually English, just but scrambled. And you can unscramble it into things. Such as, I guess you're not useless after all. That's the only one I remember. Get out of the way, trash can, I need to hit the button. Yeah, money. The easy way! Va bene! Oh no, the buttons! There's no way to operate machinery without buttons! I mean, I guess the way buttons work, you probably would need some kind of device to complete the circuit. Because isn't that all the button does? You push it down and it completes a circuit. And then the circuit sends a, you know, the signal to something, and then that does the thing. It's not funny. It was a big painting. That could hurt. Like, do you see these freaking frames? Didn't get those at Payless, I'll tell you that. Oh no, it's Stuart! The Stuart! I like how the mask is just his face. Oh no, he's throwing bags. Good thing we're not in the kitchen or else he'd be dropping plates. Get that out of your hands. Put that in here. I mean, I guess it's not really inhaling because it's not my lungs, but... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you don't lose time off of that for holding on to them for a bit. And it's like 20 HP per slam, so I think if you're good, you can get 5 slams. So about 100 HP. 2 buttons! Don't get used to that. We'll take these buttons. 15! Oh, just the one. No, there's the 5! We could also get to floor 51 with them as well. Pretty sure I made that exact joke when I did a Let's Play this. I know I did the joke about 15th floor. I don't know about 51. It does matter. What does matter is that now we don't have to take the stairs back to floor 1. And for some reason I don't have stairs going to any other floor like a normal hotel, but I guess this never was a normal hotel. It was a trap. For all we know, this entire hotel was just an illusion. Just like the mansion in Luigi's Mansion 1. But not the ones in Luigi's Mansion 2. Those are real places. It'd be kind of funny if they did just one Luigi's Mansion, where Luigi actually, like maybe following one of the endings of the original where Luigi does actually get a mansion, and then it becomes haunted. So then it actually is Luigi's Mansion, and then becomes haunted. You know, Luigi's Mansion 2, none of those places belong to Luigi. You could even argue that the mansion in Luigi's Mansion 1 didn't belong to Luigi. It belonged to the Boos, and then it vanished. So then Luigi was without a mansion, unless you earned enough money to build one. Apparently the canon ending is like D rank or something, which is not even that large of a house. It's just kind of normal. Frankly, about the size Luigi would probably want in real life, since, well, I was gonna say he lives alone. You know, he lives with Mario, but I guess if he got his own house, he probably would live alone, and then Mario would have their place to himself. So that's something I bet people don't think about a lot. It's like, how come Luigi was out living on his own? I thought he and Mario were pretty close. I wouldn't expect them to want to get their own places. Thought they lived together on purpose. You know, as opposed to necessity. Man, his shoes, I'm just noticing how weird Egad's shoes are. Like, I've always thought of them as like, oh, they're, you know, just like cartoon brown shoes, but then they have the pokey bit out, like they're loose socks or something. But now that I'm looking at them, no, they are shoes that are pointy, but they're not even like, I don't know what you call them, you know, those funny pointed shoes that curl at the toe that elves sometimes are seen wearing. It's like that, but they didn't curl. It's so weird. I suppose there's money I could be getting right now. I don't feel like it. I'm not going for a high rank. Watch me still get an A rank anyway. No, you need to get, like, everything to get an A rank. Last up for this gym, I think. Moving on. Ah, spider! 5 HP. Now we have 94 HP. Why did they do that? Why did they make it where you can't max out at 100? Oh, I thought the game crashed for a moment. I'm not really sure what the point of this was. Because, like, the elevator already works without that there. And you don't need a computer screen to tell you what floor you're going to. The button already does that. But I suppose for gameplay purposes, it is nice to know what the specific floor you're going to is. And a small map of it, too. I forget if that's the whole... No, it's definitely not the entire floor. Oop, wasn't expecting it to let me out there. Because, yeah, that is not the entire basement. Like, where's the parking garage? Where's the laundry room? If that doesn't have the second floor of the grand lobby. That doesn't have the rooms. Okay, now he wants me to... The VB's communication system, okay. Yeah. Your virtual boy is very nice. It's very nice, and it hurts my eyes. Because it's blistering red. I wonder what console they're gonna do for... If they do Luigi's Mansion 4, what will Luigi's communication device be based on? Because they've done the Game Boy, they've done the DS, and now they've done the Virtual Boy. Guess really the only things that are left are, like, the Game Boy Advance, which wouldn't really make sense, but I guess they could do... I mean, the Virtual Boy didn't really make sense either. And they don't have to function literally like the device, just look like it. Because they've never functioned exactly like the devices, because... Like, the Game Boy Horror had a... It had a map, and it had a video communication device. It's like, you couldn't even do that even if you were thinking optimistically about Game Boy hardware. Wait, aren't I supposed to be here? I thought I'm supposed to be getting Egad's briefcase now. I should have been paying attention. What? Yeah, no, wait, the objective said briefcase. 508. Well, that's interesting dialogue that he apparently... He couldn't remember, but then if you call him, he's like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember. Unfortunately... Oh, I did get the suction shot. I thought you get that from the briefcase. No, now I remember. You get Luigi. Yeah, Game Boy Advance, I feel like, doesn't really top any of the previous Game Boy Horror type devices. It would kind of just be a side grade to the Game Boy Horror, especially because the Game Boy Horror already worked on hardware better than the Game Boy Advance. No, this is the wrong room. I forgot he said the room number. Ah, they were all hiding in the cart. Ah, we got away. And likewise, you know, you could say, oh, well, they could do the 3DS. Well, no, because they've already done DS. And sure, it was based more on the original DS. The very, very, very first DS. Publicly released one, anyway. I know the prototype looked different, but... Okay, skip this, no. Alright, cannot skip cutscenes, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's kind of it for Nintendo handhelds. They would have to go with like the Switch or do a Wii U gamepad. Alright, I guess they could do something totally out of left field and just take the standard controller from a given console and then slap a screen on it. Like my first thought is, of all controllers, the Nintendo 64 controller, because it's already known for being funny looking. No, get that guy. So then you just slap a screen in the middle of it, and there you go. There's your funny looking pseudo communication device. I mean, not pseudo, because it does do. But you know, the base, your communication device based on an old Nintendo console. Although I think in my head I'm mixing it up with the wait, can I track her? I think in my head I'm mixing it up with the Tingle Tuner. Like I'm imagining that as a Nintendo 64 controller. Although I don't remember. It's been so long since I played the GameCube version of Wind Waker that I don't remember what the Tingle Tuner looked like. Oh, wrong room, I guess. Hey, why don't you all come over here? Okay, fine. Or maybe I'm thinking of the, like Hey You Pikachu. That must be it, because I'm remembering, like... Well, no, because I'm thinking of a green controller. I don't think we ever had a green controller. And Pokemon Channel would have promoted a yellow controller, because, you know, Pikachu. But I'm imagining the little microphone thing from Hey You Pikachu on top of it. Maybe the Tingle Tuner did have that. But I don't think it was based on a Nintendo 64 controller.
Yellow.
Because what it actually was an SP, a Game Boy SP plugged into your GameCube.
Goodbye.
No, I remember. No, it wasn't an SP. That's just what I had at the time. It was a regular Game Boy Advance. So maybe they could do Game Boy Advance and not have it be similar to the Game Boy Horror. Except in name, I guess, because it would probably be the Game Boy Horror Advance. Man, it's kind of bad that this game has the maid be a thief. It's like I'm sure that's a it's accusations that maids do not appreciate. They don't appreciate this insinuation that they could be thieves. Although I am slamming her around, get the briefcase out of her. I'm sure maids don't appreciate that either. And that's 2 boss ghosts down already. It's only been just about 40 minutes.
Nice. Hello.
Speed running. Oh, hello, Button.
Yeah.
Normally you fly out.
Oh, yeah.
And time to go back down and get the briefcase to EGAD. I see you there. Wrong button. Yeah, get that elevated shaft action. Everybody loves that. Exploding spiders into dollar bills. Who wouldn't want to do that in real life? It's free money. If you can explode spiders into dollars, who's to say what else you could explode into money? Or just find an anthill and just make bank. Be incredible. Got these wanted posters of Luigi up like they don't already know who's missing and who they need to capture. Or maybe they don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But like, you mean to tell me a hotel like this does not have some way of contacting all the staff members to say, hey, get Luigi?
Oh, yeah.
We didn't get Luigi, you need to get Luigi. Yeah, you need a briefcase, very important. I really like how many extra gadgets they put on the Poltergust this time around. Because in the original, you really just had suck and blow. And I guess technically the flashlight was always part of it, which I always just thought was Luigi having a normal flashlight that he just happened to be able to stuff in the nozzle of the Poltergust. But no, it transforms. Not very smoothly either, at least in this game, and I don't think in any game. And of course you can get the medallions, but that's still kind of, you know, an extension of Blow. Which is probably why Blow existed in that game to begin with. And then Luigi's Mansion 2 doesn't really add anything either. It kind of just extends the functions of the flashlight to be able to strobe and do the black light. But then in this game, you get the strobe, you get the black light, of course forward and reverse. And then you get the burst function and Luigi and the suction shots. It's like the Poltergust is now packed full of gadgets, and that's really cool. I like things that have a lot of gadgets packed in them.
Oh,
You know, like the
Howie.
what do they call it? It's like telescoping technology. Where, you know, you get a character with a robot arm, and then like their fingers can turn into like different types of screwdrivers, stuff like that. And of course, they gotta have a hidden arm cannon in there. How can you have a robot arm and not have an arm cannon packed inside? I probably should be paying attention to this tutorial a little bit because I don't really remember the controls, but really, I got the important control now, which is get Luigi out, and then from there, he just controls exactly like Luigi. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. Did you break that pipe? Did you make that pipe leaky just to get me to try to walk Luigi into water? I'm not falling for it. It's like I would love Luigi's Mansion 4 to put even more gadgets into the Poltergust. I think it'd be cool if they upgraded the suction shot to be something that is constantly tethered to your Poltergust, so that you don't have to walk up to it and start sucking on the rope to be able to pull it. The rope is just always attached to your Poltergust. I always forget where the door is. But I don't know what other gadgets they could put in there. I would say like maybe like real life ghost detecting equipment like an EMF or something. They kind of already have that in this game. At least for detecting booze. And then anything else you need is just... I mean, because all the other ghosts don't need some way to detect them. It's like, you get the black light and that's it. And I definitely think they could bring back the medallions. They could totally do more things with being able to spray elements. Maybe even do different elements, like introduce electricity. I could see that as being like you can shoot electricity, like you could shoot the other elements, you know, like as projectiles or a steady stream. But then you have to go to like specific receptacles to be able to recharge. And, you know, get your electricity back. Which, now that I think about it, it's just how the Lego games do that. I don't know that Luigi's Mansion would be better off having that too. I'm starting to feel like I'm missing out by not getting treasure. Like that's definitely intrinsic to the Luigi's Mansion experience. So running around picking up as much money as you can. Oh no, it's donut! I mean crawler! Which is a type of donut. Which I didn't know before playing this game. I don't quite remember exactly all of the ghosts, but I feel like they're like maybe too many of them are based on cliches. Because, you know, obviously Cruller is just the fat mall cop cliche. I would like to see them do more with their boss ghosts in the next game. Have them be in, you know, I'll be frank, I want to see them be more original.
Oh, yeah.
Not that this game doesn't have great ghosts. We're probably not going to get to my favorites tonight, but we'll get there. They've got good ones. No, Luigi. It's not that key. It's this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't remember where this was for a moment. I had to actually come over and look. Wow, lucky that we got Luigi before coming here. Man, could you imagine if we couldn't get to floor 5 before coming here? If we had to come to this floor before going to floor 5? We'd be screwed. We want to be able to progress. It's another one of those things where it's like, you know, if they had just hit the buttons better, the button for floor 5, we would never have been able to beat the game. Because if we couldn't get Luigi, then we wouldn't have been able to continue. Yeah, smash the stuff! Oh man, I got the guy with the briefcase too. I thought for sure he was gonna be safe. I didn't quite get that all the way pressed down. I don't know why I keep thinking this is reverse controls. Let's see, and there's the section shot. Saying that to myself because of the, like, I'm trying to remember what the shoulder button shortcuts are. It's like left is suction, right is strobe, and then both at once is black light. I keep thinking I could slam this more than once. But it comes undone after that, after the first pounding. Yeah. It's very arcadey, but who cares? It's fun. It's fun to pick up the money. Points are fun when they're a physical thing that needs picking up. You know, like any game can have experience points, but how many games have it like Skylanders, where the enemies physically drop the experience points and you have to pick them up? They come floating into you. You know, all satisfyingly. And I had to specify satisfyingly because it's like, well, you know, I gotta make sure you know it's not a tedious thing. It's not like, oh man, the enemy dropped the experience points and now I gotta run over and pick them up. No, it's a fun thing. I guess I'll grab this gem because I'm here. I like how some of them, like the first sets of the gems are like actual gem cut shapes. And then later on, they're just like, barbell. A die. Spider. I don't remember if spider's one. But you get the picture. Okay, was heart over here? No, that's spade. So we come down here. I remember the one on the bottom left is last. So that was the one I had trouble getting into the first time. Which I don't know if that's really a game design problem or anything like that. Like, I would more attribute it to just me not realizing that I could do a thing. Not thinking with all my abilities. Which, again, that's something I always wonder about. Like, well, where is the line between the... Where was the balance between, oh, the player just had to realize that they could do it, and the game had to communicate that you could do it. Which I guess really varies between people. Because I know when Tears of the Kingdom came out, everything felt natural to me. Like, oh yeah, I see, I can just ascend from here. I can just use the Ultra Hand and move things around. But some people had trouble thinking to use ascend or remembering that Ultra Hand is not just for metal objects now. Which is fine. It's not anything wrong with them or anything wrong with the game. It's just two things not coming together. Yeah, look at all that money. I don't need it, but I'll definitely pick it up. Hey. Hey, stop. I'm picking up money. Is it still vacuuming while I was in that cutscene? Yeah, here. Oh, the safe opens too. I didn't see that. And key. See, like, one thing you definitely have to learn about this game is that you can't just pull Luigi back to you. That was something I definitely had to think about before. Because the instinct is like, oh, Luigi has it now, so if I call Luigi back, I will have the key. No. You don't have the key until Luigi has the key. Which, you know, I'm not really sure if that's sorry, my thumb slipped there. I don't know if that's a necessary step that they had to make it where, oh, right, it's the register key, not the gate key. Koopa Pine again was like, no, but if you'd like to register. Oh, balls. The balls are gonna make the thing disappear. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't really know if it was necessary to make it where you had to get Luigi back to Luigi to keep the key. Because at least in this circumstance, you literally just need to take like 10 steps, and then Luigi's out of the shop, and you can get the key with Luigi. I don't remember if they do it later on where Luigi is much farther away from Luigi, so you do need him. Like, it does do something interesting to have to bring Luigi back. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Gold Goob? Yeah, there we go. That was a bit more satisfying than the gold ghosts of old, because you have to slam them to get the money out, and just makes it fly everywhere, and it's like a piñata. Except piñatas drop all their candy at once, whereas gold goobs drop it every time you slam them. Wouldn't pinatas be more fun if they work like that, where you every time you hit them, candy came out? You had to hit them like 10 times to get all the candy out, instead of just one good swing. You know, it's funny, as a kid, I probably would have cared more about the candy than the actual hitting part of the pinata. As an adult, I don't really care about the candy anymore. But I would have fun hitting a pinata. I'm gonna see if I could get one good swing on it to completely burst it open. It's not gonna happen, because it's... I feel like the paper makes that... Oops, I knocked that over. Sorry, Poltergeist. The movie that is the reference there. Oh, wait. No, now we got the clover key. Wait, no. I forgot to make the... I forgot to register. I'm so busy collecting money and talking about pinatas. Yes, egad. I got it. I only remembered because I was thinking about how in the next room, you get in there and the register is already hidden. Which I like that little bit of game design, because this room teaches you that the balls can hide the register, and then you get to the next one and there's no register, so you have to think back like a minute ago to things being invisible, and you have to use the black light to reveal it. So you're saying double, 4 Luigis, that's not right. Ow. Oh, right, the sunglasses. Get off his face, sunglasses. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I do like the, oh, by the way, how you doing tonight, Andrew? Forgot to say that. I do like how the original does have a bit more of a chaotic feel to its combat, because you're so not in control there. You're being dragged around and trying to resist the ghost dragging you around. Whereas in this game, you're kind of just pulling up enough charge to be able to slam them, and then bam, you're in control. Until you run out of slam juice, and then you're not again. I feel like maybe part of the problem is that the strobe is too good. Because in the original, you kind of had to become vulnerable. I keep saying original like this game isn't original. You know, in the first one, to get a good stun on a ghost, you had to turn your... This was the part I couldn't remember. Or didn't realize, by the way. Spinning both of these at once. Because I forgot that you can have Luigi stand in place while you spin something. You know, you can have him vacuum while you switch to playing as Luigi. What do you think Luigi tastes like? I don't know, probably like lime or green apple or something. Something basic, probably. Yeah, in the first game, you had to turn off your flashlight to get a good stun, so you could hit the ghost with the center of your light. Because if you hit them with the edge, they were only stunned for a brief moment, and then they'd get away. But in this game, you could just... In this one and Luigi's Mansion 2, you can just keep... You can keep strobing them, and they stay stunned. Okay, yeah, just checking. I don't know why I felt like money should have come out. So I think part of the problem with the combat, why it maybe doesn't feel as good as the original to some people, is that the strobe does make things too easy. And especially because of the fact that you can charge it to make it go even wider, and then you're even more in control. Money! Like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to be like, you know, this game would be so much better if you had no control over what was happening. Like, no. I don't think anyone's saying that. That was rude. Oh yeah, I guess now I gotta go up to the cop. Oh no. The escalators become a stair climbing machine. I hate those. Actually, I don't think I've ever been on one in real life.
What?
I'm definitely excited to see what they would do for combat in Luigi's Mansion 4. Hopefully find that right balance between being able to control things and, you know, a more chaotic feel to the combat. Oh, right, you gotta get behind him. Because he's a fridge face. And then if you do this... Ah, no, he pulled him into the water. Okay, well, let me do this. Yeah, double slam. Now it does 40 points of damage. See, I like that about the combat. Those fridge guys can be kind of annoying, but they're much less of a hassle because of the fact that you can set that up on them. It is a little tricky, but it's still fun. It's fun because it's tricky, and it feels satisfying to pull off. Like, yeah, I got them! Both Luigis! Star door.
Huh?
I forgot there's stuff in the vending machine that I could have gotten. He's so surprised that I came in here. He fell over. He couldn't possibly conceive of someone finding the key. Hey, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure that's an exact gag from Paul Blart. It's him trying to do a cool roll or something, and then he gets stuck, and he has to shimmy away. This really is just Paul Blart, ghost cop. Wait, this is just health, isn't it? No, it's mine. I'm thinking about green Jello. How do they make it green? I don't know, food coloring. I just realized that part where the red ghost... Ow. The part where the red ghost makes the sprinkler make Luigi disappear. That's there in case you never learn Luigi's weakness, isn't it? I forget if he tells you that. He does try to trick you into it, but I don't think he tells you, like, oh, I was just trying to get you to step in the water so that you could see that Luigi is weak to water. So they have that cutscene there to specifically show you, in case you never knew, hey, Luigi is weak to water. If you step in it, he'll go away. Excuse me. And it gets you prepared for this boss fight so that you're not caught off guard when suddenly you instantly die to his water gun that does absolutely nothing to Luigi. Hey, you can't just put Groucho Marx glasses on. Ow, what did I get hit by there? And Ghost Cop. Come on. Arrested. I'm pretty sure everyone thinks of Paul Blart at this guy. Like, if you're aware of Paul Blart's existence, it's hard to separate him from the idea of a fat mall cop. Let me just clean up this evidence room, I guess. What are you doing, Luigi? Like, fascinated by the guitar? Or, I guess, guitar case? I can't tell which it is. But then it turns out that the whole time it was a bass. If I remember right, I think some moments in this game have... There are some moments in this game where the logic doesn't quite line up with how things should work, of like how the puzzle is solved. So I'm thinking about these boxes, like, should you need to slam them open? I think most people's inclination would be that you walk up to it and press X to open it, like it's a treasure chest. I don't know that, you know, they should make everything like that, or even can make everything like that, where there's multiple ways to go about it. And it really, you know, the more easily a puzzle is solved, like the more options you have for solving a puzzle, the less of a puzzle it actually is. That's why I don't like Breath of the Wild shrines that much, is because it feels like a lot of them are like, rather than just being open, they're just like, hey, look, it's a tech demo. Like, here's some grass. It's a puzzle. I don't know what you gotta do. Oh, you burned it? Oh, wow, you're so smart. It's so smart of you to have brought a fire rod into this shrine. We can't believe how smart you are for having that. But, you know, I think in situations where you have to move an object out of the way, it probably would make sense to have either the suction shot or the burst be available and not arbitrarily decide that only one of them works. And the same thing for the keys, that the button also has to be returned to Luigi, and it can't just stay in Luigi's possession because he drops it when he teleports. It's probably the first time in eons that this place has been vacuumed. Huh, there's a water cooler here, that's weird. Especially because that does not look like water. That is like blue ectoplasm. Honestly, I'd try some. That is an appetizing blue. It's like blue raspberry blue. And let me get this money out of here. I'm pretty sure this is illegal. You know, even if the machine had a glitch and it's dispensing money instead of taking money, it's probably not legal to take it, right? That's... I don't know, somehow I feel like it's still considered stealing, even though... It's like, well, it's not my fault the money's coming out. Now this is definitely illegal, what I'm about to do now. That is illegal. That is destruction of property. Not to mention extremely dangerous. You know how many people a year die from vending machines falling on them? More than people who die from shark attacks. Which is really just a show of hubris. You know, people think, oh, this safe thing can't possibly kill me. And then it does, because they're careless. They weren't careful. Whereas the dangerous thing, everyone knows to stay 100 miles away from it. I don't know why, but suddenly I could smell like a fresh cut lawn.
Yeah.
There was no vegetation in my room. There was no reason at all I should be able to smell the scent of a fresh mowed grass, a fresh mowed lawn. And I can go down to the mezzanine now. That's another word I don't think I knew about before playing this game. I wonder how many people caught the elevator music Easter egg in this game. Because I think in the Luigi's Mansion 2, it was just repurposed music from Luigi's Mansion 1. Or maybe I'm having it backwards. Maybe in this game it's like something new. At least in one of them, I know that the elevator music is a reference to I forgot what it was called, Mario Strikers. The pause music. I don't know why he took the cheese. You're not a mouse, Polterpup. I remember right here is another one of those moments where you gotta realize that you can spin Two-Face. I mean, it's not required. I am 99% sure that this is a gem. But when you're looking for gems, it's important to remember that you can do this. The coat there in the center, like to the left, but then to the right of the one all the way to the left, like the kind of purple one. First thing I think of when I see that coat is Yeah, it's Miles Edgeworth. Never mind that that blue coat could very well be Phoenix's. It's the Edgeworth coat that I think of. Even though that's... Is that patterned? Yeah, that's patterned. Edgeworth doesn't do patterns. Oh no, they're fighting over bread! It's like there's no way they're both gonna eat that whole thing. They can just share it. That's what bread is for. You can slice it. Wouldn't that be weird if the ghosts are so old that they've never heard of sliced bread? I'll tell you what, it's the coolest thing you ever heard of. Oop, I don't know how I got that turned around. No, get the other guy. Aww. Ow. How did I get that guy? I couldn't get the other guy before. Oh. I'm gonna get as many ghosts as I can. One go. That's not gonna happen. They're not gonna let me. Oh, well, I defeated Ghost with a slam. Burn his house down with the lemons. Dude, stop missing ghosts. He's right there. Man, this is like one of the most fun battles in the game because it's all around the tables. And there's so many ghosts and you get to slam them all into the tables. And I did not have a good run of it this time. I guess I was too focused on trying to catch as many of them in one go as I could that I completely blew it. Hey, wait, this at the top here. It's a bottle of money. Don't know how they did that. That's freaking alchemy. Which I guess you could consider cooking a form of alchemy. I mean, I don't know that I would, but you could if you wanted to. Okay, I think this is where you have to, again, remember 2 Luigis is better than 1. You know, honestly, I wouldn't be too hurt if the next game does not have Luigi in it. I feel like it might be healthier for the game's puzzle system to not have 2 Luigis to think about. You know, to not have those moments where you don't realize that you could do things simultaneously because of Luigi. Wait, what? Okay, hang on. Forget how to do this. I know one way you can do it is that you can shoot him with the stuff. If you aim at him, you can shoot him with the stuff. And that knocks the pan away. I know there's a second way. And I think it's specifically you have to... Oh, that's a satisfying slam. Smashing all the dishes. Forget dropping plates. I'm dropping him on the plates. Yeah, like, eventually you can run out of stuff to shoot at him. I think you can suction shot it away. Yeah, there we go. Which I like that about this boss. There's 2 ways to do him. I will say, I think this game does have moments where the bosses are not the... Oh yeah, they probably want to keep the co-op. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But you know, I don't like when games sacrifice single player for the sake of multiplayer. I really don't think they should try to keep the multiplayer if they're not inspired for good multi-person puzzles that can also be easily, you know, satisfyingly done by yourself. Like, I will say this, I think this game does have moments where the bosses aren't the most interesting, but I think it does do pretty good boss battles. they can feel pretty dynamic sometimes. Like that. I mean, I don't know that a guy spinning around with a frying pan is necessarily dynamic, just because there's 2 ways to get the frying pan out of his hand. How do you do this again? You just gotta get the cheese. Gotta bait him with the cheese. Can you not smell it? Like, I really like, what was his name? Wolfgang something or other. Because it's cool how if you beat him fast enough, you only ever see the... Well, not to say it like this, it does sound like you're missing out on part of the boss fight, rather than the boss fight changing as it goes on. But if you defeat him fast enough, you will never see the phase after the piano breaks, because you will not have slammed the piano enough times to break it. But of course, if you do break the piano, then the fight completely changes, because now he can't retreat into the piano to keep rinsing and repeating. Maybe I'll intentionally do that boss worse just to show that off, because that's pretty cool. I really like that about that boss. I mean, you know, a better designed boss would make it where maybe, like, after 1 or 2 phases, the piano breaks, and then the boss fight becomes 1 or 2 more phases of not having a piano. But, you know, for what it is, it's really good. And, you know, if we're talking about games... Well, okay, maybe my train of thought is getting a little too far ahead there. It is good to see that the Luigi's Mansion games, by next level games, keep getting better and better. You know, Dark Moon did have some problems, and I think they fixed those problems in this game, and then, you know, it's kind of got some problems of its own, but, you know, they could keep fixing them. If they get another game, if they make a Luigi's Mansion 4, they could easily fix those problems, and hopefully try to avoid having issues of its own in that game. But if we're talking, you know, speaking of games that are getting kind of slightly better and better each time, definitely has been improving faster than Paper Mario has been. That's, you know, you can say that much.
Oh, yeah.
Which I guess doesn't really say much at all, but, you know, it's a thought. It's a pig butt. Oh, the face! The face! The pig face! Oh, it's coming!
No. Oh, no.
Man, the way they stylize the pig, it looks like the way they draw pigs in Adventure Time. Which is, I guess, is really just a cartoon pig. Like, I wouldn't say the pig from Gravity Falls probably also looks pretty similar. Ah, scary mouse. Man, that's 2 floors in a row that we had to go in the bathroom. Get this out of the way. Actually, I don't know that I need Luigi in here. Luigi should be able to do it. Mouse pile! Ow. And then I just go on and slither right back. I just realized when he comes out of the pipe, he lands on his face, and that's hilarious.
Got it. Yeah.
Yes, you got it. Yeah. Button 4. Scary 4 sounds like death in Japanese. All these freaking wanted posters. Get out of here. Pointless. Everyone already knows who to capture. It's like maybe they don't know to capture Luigi, but, you know, they'll know when they see me. Well, with this button going in, I think it's a good time to take a break. It's a very good time, because it's just now break time. I couldn't have planned it better if I tried.
Oh, yeah.
Make your way back to the lab. Okay. Well, I could just break time through this loading screen. I mean, elevator. Totally not masking loading. I'm back and I'm already in the middle of skipping all this. Oh man, it's the Bunker Shopping Network. 3 gold bone, wow. A $1,000 value, mine for free, just for stopping by. It would be cool for them to bring back the upgrades you could get in Luigi's Mansion 2. Although I say that, but I don't fully remember what upgrades they had. I know one of them was a bigger pull meter, so you could fill up more of your meter and then go for a bigger pull and get more rewards out of it for that. Yeah, Luigi does not like boos. Goo is very anti-boo, and I don't care. I want to say Luigi's Mansion 2 had power upgrades where the poltergeist would do more damage over time as you're pulling on a ghost. But I don't really remember. But that's something they could totally do. I feel like in this game all the ghosts have over 100 health anyway, so they've already kind of set the bar high for their health just for the sake of being able to slam all the health away. So I'm sure they would think to balance the next game's combat around the upgrades as well. Luigi's Mansion 2 did do that thing where they had the crystallized versions of ghosts. Hey, I said I need a drum roll, not a cymbal roll. So you could just do that same thing again. That, you know, you get late enough in the game and then the ghosts just have more health. Ow. Maybe next time they could just give you just a straight up jump button, because I don't like using that as a jump. It's not very satisfying. The timing is a little weird. I think in here, I would have grabbed this just for the sake of grabbing it, because I swear I always forget this. In this sink is balls. Oh, gold spider. That was not what I was coming in here for, but okay, I'll take the money. Who could say no to free money? It's like if you found a $100 bill on the ground and you saw another $100 bill, you wouldn't just not pick up the second one. You would keep going. I don't remember what Tim was talking about when he said that, but that was a thing I heard him say recently. I think it was in his Breath of the Wild Let's Play. Yeah, that gem is one I keep forgetting whenever I play this. Just wanted to grab it just for the sake of it. Yeah, I've been watching his Breath of the Wild Let's Play for the first time. I think that was something he was saying in there. I think it was about Koroks. It's a piano! Scariest thing I've ever seen. And then the distant second scream as he realizes there's a toad on the wall. You know, if I became a ghost, I probably would just spend eternity playing piano. Because, you know, why not, right? You got eternity. Might as well learn an instrument. What if I go between the chairs here? Maybe it's harder for them to hit me somehow. You know, like the chairs provide shelter. What out of the chairs in the middle attack me? I think you just gotta keep moving, really. Is this synced to the music? I don't think I've ever noticed that. Like they only start flying at me when he starts doing like a galloping sound. And is that the first time I've ever gotten through that without getting hit by a chair? It's amazing. I do wonder how necessary it was for them to redesign the ghosts every time, you know, for every game. Like, did goobs need to exist, or could they have just been greenies again? I don't know that they need to be goobs. I would have been fine with greenies again, especially because they literally just took the red guys from the second game and made them square, and that was it. Get all the masks off. Here, come here. Ah, it's gotten away. Come on. I dodge all the chairs and I get hit by the ballerinas. Figures. You know, that's definitely another thing about this game's combat, is you really don't get dragged around by the ghosts a lot. So as long as you're pulling against them, you kind of just stay in place. Ah, the piano. Oh, I just realized they have that thing with the carpet where you gotta jump over the waves on the carpet to remind you slash teach you that the burst works as a jump to avoid hazards. Get back in there. Yep. I feel like I'm saying something before I was talking about the... What's that? Yeah, the ghosts in this game. I think that's what I was saying. And then, you know, you have the hide and seek ghosts, and they're also pretty identical, except now they're yellow. I don't know that they really needed to change the designs at all. Maybe they just had trouble designing boss ghosts in the Luigi's Mansion 2 style. So they decided to redesign the main ghosts, you know, the enemy ghosts, the regular enemy ghosts, so that they fit with the new designs for the boss ghosts. Owie. Don't you fire your keys at me? You need those. You need those to play. Owie. Did you just say Guggenheim? And then, boom. And then, well done. Slam. And for some reason, the piano doesn't take 2 Luigis to slam, even though a couch would. You know, the couch up on the 5th floor. Oh, freaky piano hands. Can't do too much damage to him if I want to see the piano break. I want to see more of the broken piano phase. What are you, Gleeok? Pushing me away between phases. I like the sound of the jumping. It's like it's kind of roaring, but it still sounds like piano strings being hit. me those. And somehow I could strobe him through the lid. Wait, oh, there was another heart. Where am I? There I am. And then this breaks the piano. Although, actually, I guess the fight really doesn't change so much as he just can't retreat. It's like, I mean, I guess he doesn't get that new attack. He didn't do that before. He didn't throw notes at me. Taking a bow. Now, how about I just let him get away? See where the fight goes from here. He does the notes again. It's like he's Banjo-Kazooie. Now it's nothing personal. And then he takes a bow. I guess that's supposed to be his vulnerable phase. It's when he bows. If you decide not to attack him with when he's doing notes. Yeah, I guess the fight isn't really that dynamic, but he does get new attack patterns when the piano is gone, so I think it's cool. It helps prevent the fight from dragging on, which I could definitely name some boss fights where they dragged on. Not in this game, thankfully. In other games. I freaking Donkey Kong 64, all those freaking bosses. So what boss needs to be 9 phases long? No boss needs to be 9 phases long. Well, aren't you a fancy pup? Kicking the stairs out and doing a backflip. Landing on your face like you're Luigi. Don't steal his bit, Toad.
Yay.
Yeah, take him to the elevator. Except I need his face, because this is the only time you can get this piggy bank. This piggy bank that's over here. Press the wrong button. Toad, I need you to go get the money. Toad, get the pearls for me. Toad, 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 I need you to get the pearls. Oh well. Alright, let's get out of here. Kind of crazy how short this floor is. Like, you just go down one hallway and boom, boss fight. Would be kind of nice to see the next game be a little longer than that.
Bye-bye.
You know, this game does sometimes just have floors that are just almost entirely boss fights. Though I know some people would prefer the game stay short so it stays replayable, but I don't know. I don't think length is really that much of an issue when it comes to replayability. I think fun is the part that matters most. It's like, you know how many times I've replayed Borderlands 2? That's a freaking shooter RPG with, you know, it's like 30 hours long or something. No one said you had to finish the game every time you replay it.
Oh.
And button time.
Yeah.
Wait, is this 6 or is this 9?
Oh.
It's 9. No, wait, it's 6. No, it's 9. It's okay. It's 6.
Yeah.
Castle Mac Frights. You think they serve a Mac rib there? Or a Mac mutton? Hope they got mac potatoes. Mac and cheese. There you go. There's their signature for food. I just realized we're already in the realm of the game where the gems are no longer gem shaped. Now they're object shaped. Like the last one was music notes, wasn't it? And now they're swords. I don't know that a sword made out of gems would be good. Because I don't know about all gems, but at least for like diamonds, you might think of them as strong, but the reality is that if you cut them a certain way, they're pretty weak. They're strong going one way, but then if you go a certain direction, and there you go, it's cut. I guess gold's kind of like that too, but I don't know that people still think of it as strong. Although I think most games that use gold as like a strength value usually do it as like, you know, you got bronze weapons and then you get gold weapons and then you get diamond weapons. Like kind of like Minecraft, but I think Minecraft does already. I don't know if it started like that or if it updated, but you know, gold swords are not good in Minecraft. They are definitely not the in-between for diamond and iron. I don't know if Minecraft really should have an in-between. Because like it does suck that like, you know, you make wood so you can mine stone, and then you make stone so you can mine iron. But then from there you're just waiting until you find diamond to get an upgrade. It would kind of be nice if there was another level above iron. It's maybe not as rare as diamond, but rarer than iron. I think they got copper now, which I don't know is useful for anything. I'm not even sure you can make anything out of it, or any tools out of it.
Oh, yes.
But you know, like it would be cool to have more of an in-between there, but then also that it's a kind of, I don't know if it would start to become where upgrades are too incremental. You know, where like a stage that didn't need to exist between two upgrades suddenly now exists. Okay, I don't need to care about this bird. Not that I got him anyway. I mean, I don't even know if you really would consider wood that much of a stage, because it's so easy to go from wood to stone that wood is practically a non-existent phase of your Minecraft career. Alright, I gotta do it again. See, it's funny, they have that they have that chest there with this exact same puzzle. So it's like, well, if you don't know how to get that chest, you will now. You're gonna have to figure it out. Oh my. Oh, good door. Oh, it's so scary. Oh my. Ouch. Had to think for a second. It's like, wait, no. Not burst. Suction. Which is cool that they did that. They have enemies that, you know, now instead of, oh, you just have to burst the thing off. Which is pretty much exactly how they had it in Dark Moon, except they didn't have the burst. He just broke his shield. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know Ray could do that. Wrong guy. Oh, that was a bad time for you to peek out, bud. Oh, he moved. Oh, well spotted that guy. You knew I was about to slam him. Nope. Black light. He moved, didn't he? Actually, I think the way it was in Dark Moon was you had to suck the sunglasses off of their face first, and then strobe them, and then suck again. You had to suck twice. Ow. So I definitely think the combat is an improvement over Dark Moon. You know, you can still prefer the original if you want. I know people do. But this combat is definitely an improvement over Dark Moon, because there's more options for ways for enemies to resist you. Is the key over here, or is this optional? No, the key is in the middle, I think. There it is. Which means I will go to the left anyway, because that chest is money, and I like collecting money. Even if I don't care to collect enough of it to get a good rank. Get out of the way, tomatoes! Oh, thanks for the heart. I don't think I've ever actually... Oh, it's a gold goop. I don't think I've ever actually heard any, like, professional game designers talk about combat systems. But, you know, I think it's pretty obvious. Like, that's how you make a good combat system, is you don't want all of your enemies to just be susceptible to one attack. You know, if you can beat every enemy, which is the basic punches, you don't really have much of a combat system. I mean, I say that, and I know that's, like, 90% of Zelda games are just like that. You do a majority of your fighting with your sword. But they still shake up the enemy design, where they don't just immediately die to the swords. Some enemies, you gotta hit them from behind, or gotta stun them with the boomerang or something, stuff like that. Because if you can just mash one button to get through your combat, it's boring combat. Which is why I still kind of defend Sticker Star's system, is because, you know, sure, it's not as deep as it should be, but you're not just literally mashing A until you win. I think that was supposed to fall on my head, and it didn't. You know, there are still enemies that's like, oh, well, you know, here's your spiked enemy, you can't stomp him. Here's your flying enemy, you can't hammer him. The problem is, I think that's as far as the combat system goes, which is why it's not as good as other games in the series. And that's right. This one's the right one, because it opens the trap door. So, you know, I would think the easy assumption to make, the very reasonable assumption, is that good combat involves enemies that pose some kind of issue to you that you have to solve in order to damage them. You know, you have to have some... Well, not have to, because I guess, you know, again, this is the Zelda idea. You don't have to have other attacks other than your sword, but it's good to have other options for opening up how you're, you know, having your abilities utilized to damage, or open them up for damage at the least. You climb in this cave and get the money. Is there something behind this? I think there's a safe. Yeah, there's a safe. Like, I'm... Actually, I can't remember. I know there was a combat system not too long ago that I played. It was like, where I was analyzing, and it's like, hey, yeah, look, they're doing the things. With, like, you know, enemies that guard, so you have to guard break them, or hit them from behind, or something like that. Yeah, this game does that. You got the guys with the sunglasses, so you gotta burst them off, but then you also have guys with things where you gotta use the suction shot to get the suction away. And then eventually we'll see enemies that turn invisible, so you can use your black light to figure out where they are before they try to grab you. And then you get the fridge guys, who you don't have to, but they can be more easily dealt with if you team up with Luigi. Okay, well, thanks for giving me my hat. Oh, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a solution to a later puzzle. The rope is right here. I did not need Luigi at all. Wait. Yes, I did. There's a second rope. No, not a second one. I got it. I thought I got ahead of myself, but really, I was behind myself.
Got it.
All the coins falling down the stairs. Coins up on the shelf. Candle. Sewer money. More sewer money. Sewer cash. I don't know that I would want dollar bills that I found in the sewer. These coins are one thing. You could wash those, but dollar bill is just like, you know, it's fabric, so it's spongy. It kind of absorbs the water it's lying in. You could still wash it, but it's just nastier. Don't step on the rats. Don't get hit by the mini fridges. Okay, they dropped the heart. Make up for the heart I lost from the 10 damage I took from getting hit by a mini fridge and stepping on a rat.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said those in reverse order, but I guess it doesn't matter. So, no. I'm doing this wrong. You need Luigi to pull the chain, because you need Luigi to get the key, because it's sitting in water. Thinking about it, I don't think Luigi's Mansion 1 or 2 or 3 quite reach the same feel Luigi's Mansion 1 has, where you're in a mansion and you're like, you have no idea what order of rooms will be unlocked in. It's kind of more mysterious. Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3 definitely have a lot more video gamey overworlds. Alright, I gotta pull the chain again. Who's waiting for the celebration animation? I wouldn't say it's mandatory, but the next game, I think, would benefit from having a room order that is not so linear. I mean, they can still unlock in a specific order, but I mean specifically, like, not have one room always lead into the very next room you're supposed to go into. Like one big hallway, but with doors in between. Like, I don't think it's a problem, but I think it would benefit from not being built that way. And then I spin down all the way. And now I have a bridge. And now I can get over it. Oh. Is there a switch on the other side to turn? Okay, Luigi is hurt by that, even though he can just walk through spikes. Like so. And grab this treasure chest. I wonder what could be said about games where you have to... Like, games where you can't find all the secrets the first time around. Like, they're so well hidden that you maybe wouldn't think to do them the first time. It's only the next time you come around that you find stuff. Because I would argue that that adds to the replay value, but I could also see how it might be annoying to not, you know, have some stuff be so well hidden that you just don't find it the first time. Because, you know, like that chest wasn't required at all. So there shouldn't be any problems with missing it, but I don't know, I could see someone being mad, like, how was I supposed to know to bring Luigi down there? I should have been able to find that my first playthrough. But no, the way you figure it out is maybe on your first playthrough, you don't think to do that, but then the next time you play, you see the spike pit, and, you know, you're so familiar with how the game works that you think, maybe Luigi could go down there. And then you try that, and then you find out he does. You know, is there really anything wrong with not figuring out everything on your first playthrough and having to play through the game again to have it all click?
Hello.
'Cause I don't know, maybe that speaks to the disposability of video games nowadays, that we think of them as like, okay, let me get through this game, and I get to the end credits, and then there we go, I'm never playing again. Good, just gonna wait for the next game to come out and buy that, and then do the exact same thing. And I'm not saying everyone plays like that, but I feel like I'm guilty of doing that. You know, I beat Tears of the Kingdom, like, can't wait for next Zelda. It's like, actually, I felt exactly like that while playing Mario Wonder. It's like, man, Mario Wonder is great. Can't wait to see what they do with a sequel. But it's not that I'm not gonna ever replay Wonder. And I certainly would play Tears of the Kingdom again. I'm still playing it. I'm still playing my original save, and I would do a new one. But, you know, there definitely are people who play video games. They play through it once, and then they trade it in for a new game, or for a new game or something, because that's what they have to do if they want new games. Here we go. Here we go. Slam. So I think some people do kind of think of video games as disposable in a sense of like, you should be able to get absolutely everything out of the game the first time you play it, and never need to replay it to find anything new. But yeah, I would definitely say, and it's probably not a revolutionary train of thought, that's a bad way to think of video games. You should want to be able to replay your games. You should want to play a game again and then realize, oh wait, here's a thing I didn't realize the first time. That's what I found so great about Dishonored, is I would play through a level, and then, you know, I would do a new playthrough and then get back to that level, and I realized, like, oh hey, I didn't have to fight these guards. I could have gone over them if I went up here. And I didn't even need to use magic to get up there. I just climbed up with my normal human jumping abilities. Oh, okay, I'm standing too close. And I wouldn't even say that depends on the game. Like, you know, short games, obviously, they should be pretty replayable because, well, you know, I was gonna say, well, because you should be able to get your money's worth out of them. I guess that you know, varies on the person. Because one playthrough, yeah, maybe that's, you know, obviously you don't want to spend $60 on a game you're gonna play for 3 hours. And I wait for him to be stunned, and there we go. If I can get him in one go. Nope, 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 no. Ah. If I had just gotten a little bit more, I could have slammed him to death. I would have gotten him in one cycle. This is a pretty good boss, I would say. It's, you know, it's the same. It's the piano idea where you have the piano phase, but then his armor breaks and now he's out of the piano. Yeah, to get back to that train of thought that it was on about length. Breath of the Wild is a very long game, you know, very, very big game, and it takes a long time to do all the stuff in it. But I would say there's absolutely nothing wrong with not realizing things until you play the game again, or until you watch someone else play it. I think that's what makes Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom so great, is because they are so detailed that despite being so big, there's still a lot going on in it, and there's a lot of things that you could, I don't want to say miss out on, but, you know, not realize, hey, can I have some of your popcorn? Can I have some of your popcorn? Thank you. You know, there's so much packed into it that even after playing the game for 120 hours, there could still be things that you don't know about it or never tried out. Or then you see someone else doing it, it's like, oh, wow, that's cool that they did that. It's like, did you know that in Tears of the Kingdom, if you put a honeycomb on a weapon, it allows you to make it makes like a bee rod, you know, like a fire rod, but it shoots bees. I didn't think to do that until I was watching Poltergeist play that. I don't even remember if he did that. I just remember he was playing, and it was like, oh, honeycomb on a stick. I didn't think to do that, and it makes a bee rod. It's not very good. The bees aren't very strong, and neither would your weapon if you put a honeycomb on it. But it's funny that you can do it.
Oh.
And for a moment, I wasn't sure if I grabbed the button.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh.
I think there was something I learned from Tim playing Tears of the Kingdom that is also something I didn't realize until seeing someone else do it. Like, I think he said when you're in the air, if you go to first person, you don't fall. Which I kind of figured, because you sure can stay in the air for a long time when you go to the scope. That has been my experience. But if it's indefinite, I believe him. It makes sense. And it's just something I just saying just too much. It's something I just have not tested for myself to know. There's a gem here that I tend to forget about. Because you have to be paying attention to the flowers for this one and realize purple flowers, purple painting. Red flowers, red painting. Yellow painting, no flowers. And then you make the flowers appear. Thank you.
Whoa. Whoa.
Stroke the flowers. Stroke flower, get coin. Touch the grass because it's cool. It's so lush. There's so much grass in here. The grass casts a shadow. Or does it? It should be, but I guess it doesn't. Doesn't look like it. Which, I guess, you know, resource saving thing.
Hello.
Would be cool to see the Switch 2 be strong enough to be able to do that. Which is still not confirmed, but I think it was Doug Bowser said something about how your Nintendo Switch profile will make the transition to the next console easier. So definitely sounds like it's gonna be Switch 2. Or at least, you know, still allow you to access your current library of downloads. Which I'm sure a lot of people are hoping for. Especially if they did, if the next console is literally just the Switch again, but stronger. You would hope that you would be able to play all the games that you could play on the Switch, on your Switch 2. And with that backwards compatibility, you would assume that you could just download the games you already bought on the new console while you wait for them to make new games exclusive to the console. Which, you know, now that I think about it, now that I think back on it, that was a weird feeling with the Switch. So, I just realized, like, every console I've grown up with, well, okay, ignoring the GameCube, because obviously not backwards compatible, but I didn't have any Nintendo 64 games, aside from Lego Racers, I think. So I didn't have anything to want to be backwards compatible with. You know, you go from GameCube to Wii, and it's still backwards compatible. You go to Wii to Wii U, it's still backwards compatible. You go to Wii U to Switch, no backwards compatibility. That's the first time I've ever experienced that with a console. And it was weird. It was like there was nothing to play on it except Breath of the Wild. And then eventually I bought, like, Fast RMX and Has-Been Heroes. Some other smaller games. I don't quite remember what they called. I think one was called Implosion. It was like a beat-em-up game. Or hack and slash, I guess. I don't remember what the other one was called, but I would know it if I saw it. Oh no, ghosts. He's got a flower. Oh, scary. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Here's an enemy where you gotta just suck away the object he's holding, and then you can strobe him, and then slam him. Hey, no flowers. No. But of course, you can take care of that with a slam. Okay. They were smart enough to say that this... Oh. This guy dropped his flower anyway? What? Oh, right, because they get scared by the slam. They don't want to get hit by it. They freak out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully Switch 2 is backwards compatible and I can... Really all I want is Has-Been Heroes. That's the game that matters the most to me, but I do have enough digital games which, like, not being able to play them would be kind of lame. Not being able to play them on a new console. They don't even have to run better. It's just running at all would be great. And it would be nice to get the new console and not have to wait for more games to come out to have other things to play on it. Aside from whatever it launches with. Part of me wants to hope it'll have a really cool launch title. Part of me hopes it won't. Because, you know, launch titles are fun and all, especially if the console is not backwards compatible. But if it is backwards compatible, it would be nice to have the console come out and then not care what the launch titles are. So I don't have to worry about, like, everyone else, you know, a Breath of the Wild situation where everyone is trying to get it, so then maybe... I mean, I don't remember if Breath of the Wild had stock issues, but, you know, that idea. Don't want to run into stock issues. You know what, I'm just going to abandon that train of thought, because I keep thinking, like, well, you know, even, you know, just because you want the game that... Whoa, jeez. You know, just because you like the launch title doesn't mean you're guaranteed to have stock issues. Like, I didn't have stock issues with Breath of the Wild. So, but, whatever. Not gonna try to defend that train of thought, it was stupid. Whatever. Gonna come over here and I'm gonna blow up the toilet. No, in the bathroom. Oh, that was a different cheer. Well, wow. Leaves blowing in the wind. They never do that. See, this is one ghost that they had in Dark Moon. Actually, wait, this guy has 2 legs. Hang on. Let me finish my first train of thought, and then I'll explain the 2 legs train of thought. Like, that guy was in Dark Moon. The sneakers. Or at least that's what they're called there. Wait, I'm gonna burst the leaves off, I think. Then we get behind him and suck. Yeah, honestly, I think the Dark Moon design was better. The sneakers were better than whatever these new guys are. The lurkers or something. Destroy a hammer with 1 tether. Nice. And then I remembered, like, oh yeah, he's got 2 legs. He's got, like, 2 wispy trails, just like the red guys. Just like the hammers, which means you really don't need to do this, but if you wanted to, you could tag on with Luigi and make it easier to beat him. I feel that really only matter in multiplayer, because it's not worth it to set that up in single player. Oh no, the vine is in the way now. I have to go through this room that I didn't have to go through before. Optional rooms? Who wants those? It's like, this is this room. Why would I not come in here? This is one of the best parts in the game. The Saw Room! Yeah! You would think they would have music. There is no music. I could put on music. Not while I'm streaming. I still think that was the best moment in my Let's Play was when I, or at least one of the best moments was when I put on the instrumental version of Unsainted by Slipknot for this part. It fits so well. And then I remember when it was on the movie floor, I was talking about how, oh, well, I almost went with this song, but I thought that this song fit better. That was back when I didn't really have a recording style. So sometimes I would record a few episodes and then I would edit a few episodes. I feel like maybe I should go back to doing that. Because it would help me actually finish a freaking series instead of doing all the recording and then never editing it. And leaving it sitting on my drive, taking up too much space. Maybe I just have to accept that I don't find editing as fun as some people do. I mean, I love putting in editing gags, but the act of sitting there rewatching my own footage and then sometimes making cuts, I don't really care for it. I don't like having to, like, you know, like I'm talking about something so like, Optimus Prime in this version, he looked like this. And then having to find a picture of that version of Optimus Prime and putting it up on screen. That's the worst part. That's definitely the part I hate. I guess I could just stop doing it. Oh no, the vine. Help me, Luigi. Get the saw, Luigi. It's like I would say, like, oh, well, you know, if I don't put up pictures of the things I'm talking about, how are people gonna know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't be the, you know, if I stopped putting up pictures, I wouldn't be the first person to talk about things in a Let's Play and then not show what I mean. Like, that's not taboo. You can do that. You're allowed to not put up pictures when you say a thing. Oh, okay. No slam for them. No celebration victory for me. Or celebration animation. Victory animation. That's what I meant to say. That's the part where we blow. Wow, the top. I would have not thought to go to the top if they had not shown that. Hey, you know what this floor is really missing? A way back up if I fall. If you didn't catch the Assassin's Creed 2 joke I'm making there, that's an Assassin's Creed 2 joke. Because I know if you fall, you get teleported back up. So there is indeed a way back up if you fall. I didn't realize you had a swing on here. I'm used to doing that in one pass, so it doesn't I don't end up doing that. Oh. What are you doing, crows? Quit it.
Oh. Oh. Hey. Whew. Oh.
A door. Oh, it's so scary. Okay, what's it? Oh, it's the boss ghost. Ow. I forgot. I remembered that that's how you get in here, but I forgot that Luigi is what breaks the wall. I thought it sends some object after us and we have to run away from it. Like Indiana Jones. I remember in my Let's Play, I was talking about Fi and Skyward Sword. At this point. Actually, I think I was talking about the Skyward Sword re-release. I'm saying how, oh, I hope they fix stuff like that, because, you know, Fi really didn't need to let you know your hearts were low, because they already had the beeping. Because I remember editing in the low heart beeping, and then also editing in Fi's beeping. I don't know if I got the tempo right for them, but I thought that was cool. So that's a moment of editing I like to do because I feel like it added to the commentary. I'm talking about the Zelda beeping, you know, the Zelda low heart beeping that everyone hates, and then how they made it worse by putting a second beeping on top of it. Because if you don't know how annoying that is, I can show you how annoying that is. Man, if only I could find money in cobwebs like this in real life. Some cobweb money and some cobweb health. Corn on the cobweb. Get off my thing. And once again, we gotta do the simultaneous pull, but this time on opposite sides.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Thanks for the help, Luigi. Thanks for standing there doing nothing while the button rolled away. Wait, you can't step over this? There we go. It's slide time! Good thing they had a way back down if I upped. He's wearing a backpack, but I think he just put the button behind his back. He didn't put it in the backpack. Okay, so we gotta get you to bite. Oh, I gotta get the saw revving. No, don't break that. Don't break. You missed. Okay, come on. Oh, he got stuck on the bench. I don't remember him doing that. I think he always ends up swiping the bench, like so. How about I just stand behind the papaya? There we go. Now you're thinking with portals. There's no plants? He's helpless. I'm gonna try to get him down to as close to 200 as I can. Okay, that's about as best as I'm gonna get. Yeah, and then we can get up on the second cycle. Somehow I find it hard to believe that my Let's Play lined up with Skyward Sword HD. Like that was, if not coming out, then it was at least announced at the time. But somehow that doesn't line up in my memory. Somehow my memory is saying, no, those two things did not happen the same year. And again, maybe Skyward Sword when it released that year, but it was announced and talking about it. Or I was talking about it. I was thinking about it. Owie. No more bench for you, man. I mean, it's gone anyway, but no more. Come over here, stupid. Okay, he killed the saw. Now remembering why I find this fight tricky. Because it keeps destroying the papayas. And then biting when there's no papayas in the way. Okay, go get the saw. Get the saw. I did not think you would need a saw. I took out your pizza. Got you now. There's no escaping. You don't have enough health. See you later, Potter. With my last breath, I curse Luigi! And then we simply water the plant. And it becomes a ladder plant. Oh, sorry. Ladder stalk. You know, like a beanstalk, but it's much... Well, I was gonna say smaller. I guess real-life beanstalks are usually small. So bigger. But not as big as Jack and the Beanstalk. Get out of the way, rats. Man, I bet speedrunners hate the rats. Taking away their health randomly that they probably need for tanking damage on certain things or something.
Oh, yeah. Ha ha.
8. Or is it the snowman floor?
Oh, yeah.
Paranormal Productions. You know what? I'm feeling kind of tired. I think I'll end it here. And I am at risk of making myself possibly do more work next time, and possibly having to go late. But you know, we did. You know, we've gotten floor 7. There's 15 floors. It's maybe a little under half the game, because, you know, 15 does not go into 7 twice, but 14 does, so, you know, 14 and then you add 1. But then there's also the moments where they make you backtrack for stuff, but there's also floors that are only, it's just a boss fight, so I find it hard to say if we're halfway through the game or not. There is also Basement 2, so there's, like 9 more things to do. Yeah, for a moment I thought I miscounted, but no. I'm trying to count the empty spaces. It's like, okay, mentally bring that empty space up here to where 7 is, and then it's 4, and then another row of 4, and then 1 more. So yeah, 4, 8, 9. As opposed to how many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we've done like 8. But yeah, I guess we're not gonna get the maps. There are short floors in this setup. So despite the, you know, the Polterkitty stuff. Sorry, I got frustrated because I remember the freaking cat has more fan art than my favorite ghosts. Infuriating. Freaking a non-canon Booette has more fan art than the freaking ghosts from this game that are actually canon that I really like, that I want more fan art of. Anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the risk and risk making next stream longer and just end here. Because I don't really want to do paranormal suites. So thanks for watching. See you Wednesday where we finish this game. Probably. Where's the end button? Bye.